What's going on, everybody? Connor on Chain here. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into a crypto game that is not currently out yet, that should be listing on exchanges and launching fairly soon, that has some big partnerships and some big backing right now. So let's just jump right into it. So over the last 3 or 4 days, I've been researching like crazy for projects. I found a ton of gems I'm going to be sharing throughout this week. But this one specifically, I was just on Google doing my research, looking up some potential projects that are going to be launching, and so I came across this article here. And so this one is about a year ago, and it's talking about Microsoft giving a grant to a blockchain-based Web3 game, Starheroes, as a historic partnership gets underway. So this is an interesting article. If you guys want to look this up too yourselves, you can look it up. What made Starheroes recently obtained a Microsoft grant. As a result, the blockchain-based game now has access to Azure PlayFab, joining a legendary collection of games such as Forza Horizon, Sea of Thieves, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. So it seems like Microsoft is heavily backing this project, and it seems like Microsoft is bullish on this project. Obviously, if they're putting money into it, so that's something I really like to see. This grant also gives indicative, I can't even talk, of the change in the attitude of major companies as an increasing number of institutional businesses, firms, and organizations have continuously expressed a fundamental interest in incorporating blockchain technology into their daily routine services, products, and features. Wow, that was a long sentence. But that's what I mean. I think a lot of these bigger brands, I know they've been looking and expanding into blockchain and crypto and Web3 for a while. But I think especially right now is so key to be looking, so key to be getting in and doing the research, because there are going to be so many institutions getting in over this next probably year to year and a half. And once this bull market starts, it's like if you're not even in these projects, unless they're just launching in the middle of a bull, you're probably going to miss a lot of exponential gains on that. And so with this here, Starheroes. So I pulled up the website here. So it's starheroes.io. And already right off the bat, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So Starheroes is the first multiplayer third-person space shooter designed for esports. So that statement right there to me claims that they're striving very hard as far as where they're aiming and where they want to be as far as in the future of this space, in the future of just gaming in general. Because the esports world alone, to me, I think it's crazy. Going to some like esports tournaments and competitions. Like it's already the future, and it's only gonna grow from here. And especially too, if a blockchain-based game eventually has their own competitions, I think it'll blow Web3 games right out of the water. I think it'll change the entire space for sure, 100%. Well, with Starheroes, they got NFTs here. NFTs on the way. Actually, are these out yet? I'm not too sure, but this is where they got. So yeah, they've been working on this for years too, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, so the NFTs should be coming, which I think here we're about here now. So I'd like to see them deliver those NFTs and the token eventually too. Yeah, and I like what I'm seeing here when it says the star tokenomics are meant to be sustainable and deflationary. That's very important because when this token launches, some things that I instantly want to see are going to be deflationary aspects, a hard cap to the supply, as in it's not going to be inflationary by any means. And also I want to see heavy utility of the token in its ecosystem. If that meets all three of these cases, as far as for tokenomics and obviously the allocation of how the token is distributed to, VCs, whether it's to airdrops, however it's distributed, as long as it's fairly distributed too, That'll be very important in how this project will run in this next bull run. And I'm on Twitter too, just checking them out. It seems like they're fairly active still. With them being in development for years throughout this whole bear market, it seems like they're still working and they're still pushing their marketing, their promo. The team itself, they look like they're doing a great job. Is like keeping everyone on their toes and just showcasing their work. Like a lot of this stuff looks very good. They're even doing spaces here and there, joining spaces. Like, I really like to see that. I'd potentially like to see some interviews, or even maybe I do an interview with the team in the future. But you know what? I really like it for what it is. It looks very promising to me. Yeah, so I guess I'm trying to see if they got like a white paper or any. Oh, of course, it's behind my face. Perfect. Oh, okay, so never mind. I guess, yeah, so their whole website right now is just this one page, which that's alright. I'd have to see. Again, this is why this is for research purposes. Like, I'd like to see a white paper and read a whole white paper, see what this is all about. But, anyways, as far as for them having backing by Microsoft, I think big players in the space that are going to be massive in this next bull run are going to be the games that will have massive backings. Like, I mean, I kind of just restated that in the weirdest way, but I think big partners, big partnerships, and big players backing projects will be massive catalysts as far as for projects really growing and becoming the next top games. And especially if the team is well crafted and they got a lot of good developers on hand too. Like that'll take this project off. It'll take any project right off the ground from there. So Starheroes, keep this one on your radar. That's all I got for you right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.